Hi, I'm Deborah Selwood for the Photographer Academy, and we've got a shoot today with the students from a local college, they're makeup students, and the theme is 18th century couture. I'm just going to talk through the type of equipment that I would bring. We're actually on location at the mill that is our premises, but again it would apply wherever I am. So if I'm doing a location shoot, this would still be my bag that comes out with me. My main camera is 5D Mark II with a 24-70 lens. It's my favourite lens because a lot of the time I don't need to move backwards and forwards. A prime lens wouldn't work for this because we get 15 minutes with each student, which isn't a lot of time. So that's my main. I also have, as a backup with an identical lens, a 7D, and that stays in my bag, but it's there in case I need it, because obviously if I need to swap over, if anything goes wrong with the camera, I can just swap over straight away, and then you've got the continuity. Again, it's speed. So, and for close-up work, because obviously, although today we're doing couture and we're doing some full length because it's to do with styling as well as the makeup, and it does go into hair as well. The majority of the shoot is for the makeup, so we need to focus on the makeup. So to have the transition between the two, I would go for my 70 to 200 lens, which means I can just grab between the two cameras. Again, it's a speed thing for this type of work. Triggers wise, I use Elinchrom lights, so I use the Skyport triggers. These are the slightly older models, but they're brilliant. I know there are some new ones out, I haven't got them yet, but these do everything that I need to at the moment for what I'm doing, and certainly for this type of work. I use CF cards. On this one, I think it's the SD cards, but for this, my main camera, I have quite a few. So if I show you, this is just the way I work. Not everybody's way, but that's the way I work. I tend to have just their small cards. They are predominantly, I think they're a 4 gig card. Let's have a quick look. I'm going to put it down a sec. Yeah, so 4 gig card, and it just means that, again, if there were any issues throughout the day, the cards are small. So I've not got to recover as much. I wouldn't want everything on one card. And that probably stems back from when I was doing weddings. When it's important, you don't want to lose anything for anybody. And some of the times, if the students are doing body art, they might be working for 6 hours on the look. They might be working for 8 hours before we shoot it. You wouldn't want to lose their images. It's really not fair on them. Okay. One of the other things that I do the night before, I always charge up a lot of batteries. So I've always got lots of spare batteries. Again, you can't stop throughout the day. Once it starts, it's rolling, and you've got to carry on. And it's speed. So I need to have these. So if I do need to swap over, but everything's charged. So these are just a backup, but I like to have them in my bag. There are other lenses, depending on where we are. One of the venues that we shoot at is in an old church that's been turned into a pub, and it might be that the students want a really, really grand wide shot. So I'd take this. I wouldn't use it as a fisheye, so I probably wouldn't use it on the 5D. I'd use it with a crop sensor, so at least you're getting a wide angle, so you can get more of the building in. So it's more of a shot of the building. And then obviously we'd also do the close-ups, so you'd use them to complement each other to give them a varied portfolio. For this shoot, we're focusing on a more wide shot and close-up, but not ultra close-up. For some of the work, they might want to just focus on an eye, so some of the work is more beauty-based, so real sort of macro beauty, and that would be my main lens. And that's a macro 100mm. Again, it's the L series. I tend to favour the L series just because the images are really crisp, the beautiful quality. People tend to be interested in the type of bags that people use. I always used to use a rucksack until I damaged my neck. I now use a roller bag. I use this one specifically. It's a Manfrotto roller bag 70. To me, it's absolutely brilliant. And one of the main reasons is a lot of the places that I go, I do work on my own. I like the fact that it looks like a bag. It just looks like a roller bag. It doesn't look like a camera bag. So it's brilliant. It's very, very strong. There's a lot of stuff in here and it's very, very heavy. I can fit everything. Generally speaking, I've got 3 bodies and 3 lenses at least. At the moment, I've got 5 lenses in it. Spares, batteries, etc. So it's got enough space, and there's lots of little bits for extra things, filters and things. So, and also when I'm away, I can put my laptop in it. What's good about it particularly, that little grey bit shouldn't be there, but once your cameras are in, you've got so much padding that they're under there, and I have knocked it out of the car before. But I've got my 2 bodies there, another body here, and then I've got enough room for hard drives and things, and it's all protected. So it's fab. Okay, so today we'll be working in 3 locations. I spent part of yesterday setting up locations and moving props into place, just so on the day there's less to do and I know that everything's there. We will be going through each location individually to explain how we've set up the thought process, lighting, etc. We'll just move over to the first location.